guys, how you doing? This is Mango etc. and I'm here today to bring you the review for One Piece episode 691. This episode, well, I found it fairly simple. There's not much to say about it really, so let's not waste no time. Let's just get straight into it. First thing I want to say is that I'm going to split this into two parts really. What happened in the first half, what happened in the second half, because that seems to be the best way to do it for this episode. In the first half is literally, we have Luffy and the entourage. What I mean by the entourage is, I mean everyone who's with him. Don Chinjao, the long-legged guy, the long-armed guy, the tactician, Dagama, all of them. We have all of them now. They're still on level 2, and they're basically using teamwork to take out the fodder. And they're also now fighting the executives. The fodder are getting wiped out fairly quickly, fairly easily. But even though now they're working together, they seem to still be having some trouble with the executives. And that's what's happening in that part. We also can assume, because it was stated by Dillinger that he's just playing, so we can also assume that the other executives are not trying their hardest. They're also just playing around with all these guys. And we have Luffy, Cavendish, Kiros. They're still riding along, bypassing everyone, and they're just making their way to level 3. Yeah, level 3. As that first half of the episode ends, we see these guys, Luffy, Cavendish, Kiros, they're on like the pathway up to level 3. That's how the first half of the episode ends. The second half of the episode now is just mainly, the first thing we see is we have Kinemon now, and he's finally found his friend Kanjiro, and we learn a bit about Kanjiro during this little bit that we see him in. First thing I want to say about Kanjiro is his laugh. I kept laughing at his laugh because it was just something that it was just cut. I mean, he laughs like that, and he just did that every now and then. He's like cut. We also learn about how he calls it sorcery, where he can draw something, and whatever he draws comes to be. Really, we see him eating on the lettuce that he's already drawn, and we see him also draw a bird for him and Kinemon to escape the junkyard area with, and we also see him draw a ladder for all the other people that are trapped in the junkyard. The funny thing is that he's drawn all these things, but they're drawn really badly. But I can't really complain, because if I was in his condition, if that was me, the drawings would be like 100 times worse. And I'm not even playing with you when I say that. But the scene of him basically just serves that, so that that he's now found, that he's okay, and he's helping everyone to escape the junkyard area. So that'll be probably some more chaos added into Dressrosa, even for Don Flamingo. Yeah, probably for Don Flamingo, because we have soldiers from the army down there. So yeah, so there'll be more people like gunning for Don Flamingo now. The last half of the episode is basically, we go back to Luffy, Cavendish. It's mainly Luffy, Cavendish and Kiros, because we see them riding along, and this basically, the last bit of the episode serves as, it's just basically Cavendish reinstating what we already know, like the seriousness of what's going on right now, and why it's really important that Don Flamingo is stopped, so this bird cage game can be stopped. So he's just basically stating what we already know, that there was like no really need for that bit. And like during his whole big speech, we get the whole we see like the fights that's going on, like Don Chinjao's, I think is his grandchildren or is his children? No, it's his grandchildren. Yeah, we see them. We see one of them fighting the the guard who can change into the weapons. We see like the king fighting. The king was fighting. Let's see, I can't even remember that. But we just see all the different fights that are probably going to happen, like as the arc goes on, and then the episode ends when they finally reach level 3 now. So we're at level 3 now, and we see these huge just toys. Like, I don't know what kind of toy it is, but we can see the wind up bit at the back of them. So we see these huge, they reach level 3 now, and we just see these huge toys. Luffy, Cavendish, and Kyoto's son ride these huge toys, and that's how the episode ends. I don't really have like that's the episode. Like, I don't really have nothing more else to say about it. But I'm gonna move on to my rating now. My rating is gonna be a 3, and that's simply because we're level 3 now. We didn't. I'm pretty sure we only spent 1 episode at level 2, so now we're at level 3. So story progression. Conjurer has been found now, and we learn a bit about him. Story progression, character progression, progression. So I'm gonna give it a 3-star rating. And yeah, I can't think of anything else to say on it really. Tell me as always, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. And you haven't already, comment, subscribe. As always, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Take care. Have a nice day.